Hey guys, it's India Monee, the baddest, and welcome back to my channel. This is something new, but I definitely wanted to review this, and I'm a little tired. So I was like, you know what, let me try a podcast version and see how this goes on my channel. I want to bring different content, boop, bop, bam. We just gonna see how this goes. So maybe the next episode, I'll do me on camera, but let me know in the comments how you like the podcast type videos, and we're gonna go from here. Okay, so I had to review Insecure. I really want to talk about Insecure. If you've been following me for a while, I used to do Insecure reviews, but then I stopped. But now I'm just going to do it because this is what I want to do. And let's talk about it. So it's season 4 of Insecure, and I'm so happy that we have Insecure during quarantine because, baby, it's stressful in the house. And so I'm just so excited that it's back. I think it's been has it been over a year since we had a new season of Insecure? Whatever it is, it's been a long time. They shouldn't have left us, but I'm happy that it's back. So season 4, episode 1 was called Low Key Feeling Myself. And Issa was definitely feeling herself, but I was proud of that because, honestly, Issa's the main character. We've seen her struggle long enough. I think it's finally time that sis get her life together and she starts flourishing. So I'm really happy for Issa. In the this first episode, I was happy to see growth. I was happy to see her on her shit, doing her thing, and ultimately being finally a girl boss, and stuff was coming together for Issa. So the first episode opens up with Issa saying, I don't really fuck with Molly anymore. And I was just skirt, what was all of that about? I was really, really shocked and confused to see that. But then, I guess that was kind of a flash forward, and then it flashes back to, what's been going on. So we see Self-Care Sunday, which I love Insecure because Insecure always throws in what is going on with the culture. So we all in the house, and we're all our whole generation's about oh, self-care, yada yada yada, you my friends. I love that they show what is really going on in the millennial culture. So Self-Care Sunday was definitely relatable. They had their yoga mats, they had the weed, they had candles, all of that was popping, and I was yes, I love this. So Self-Care Sunday, I think one of the funniest parts was when Molly was okay, look at you, Princess Flex. Because she was you know what? When I got my own spot, Issa was saying, when I got my own spot, my whole life just elevated. And I was I feel that. It just feels when you do something really big and you serve yourself, everything just starts to fall into place. So, and I'm definitely in that stage right now. So I was yes, Issa, sis, I'm so happy for you. So, the sex scene with Issa, though, that was a lot. Let me know in the comments, did anybody else think that was a lot? I mean, we've all seen, Insecure and the sex scenes, so they are very graphic, but it was funny. The fat dude was funny, the TSA guy, I really liked his character. I thought it was funny. So I hope to see their relationship grow because he seems a regular everyday dude. He was what did he say? He was what did he say? He was oh, welcome to a full-size nigga, because she was talking about how hot he made her or how he was sweating on her, and I was just welcome to a full-size nigga. That is so funny. But I think I like him and Issa's back and forth, their exchanges. It seems very relaxed, and you could tell they do what they do, but they're just friends, which I really like. And I think Issa needs somebody like that. He seemed throughout the episode, he was very supportive of her, and he seemed a good friend. So I'm excited to see their relationship. But I want to know what happened to Nathan. I don't know if it's because I'm from Texas, and I was just yeah, Nathan was cool, but he had that fuckboy tendency. I just wanted to see what happened with Nathan. I hope they bring him back. I want to just know what happened with that storyline. I hope they don't leave us hanging. But moving on. Why does Tiffany still have a pregnant belly? It's been a long time. She should have had this baby by now. But the scene in the office where, what's the girl name? Condola, whatever her name is. Condola and Issa are talking, and, basically it comes out that she's dating Lawrence. The whole time I was just this is a big cringe moment. So Tiffany, no matter how big or small, you should have hipped Issa up. You should have been hey girls, this girl met somebody at the baby shower, didn't know who it was, but it may be Lawrence, or it was Lawrence. They went on one date. Just so you know, like, you should have got your sister hip. Like, no matter how big or small something happens, like, I'm going to tell my friends what happened because I am loyal to my friends. And I feel like Tiffany was not being loyal because she was like, oh, you remember when you went on that one date with that one guy? Like, no, girl, you should have told me. And you knew that it was going to come out eventually. So I feel like Tiffany was not being real in that situation. Let me know in the comments down below. Like, what would you have done? Even though it's an ex, Issa has moved on. She's moving on. Do you think that Tiffany should have told her that she found out that somebody she knew was dating Lawrence? Like, I just feel like, yeah, you move on, but that's something that I should know. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, and then she knew that they were getting close. She knew that they were working together. It's just kind of like a heads up. Like, hey, girl, like, I'm just going to let you know. I don't know what's going on with them, but I do know they went on a date, just so you know. And then that makes things so much more uncomfortable. And that's why they have this rift going on. So the girl comes in, Condola. She goes and confronts Lawrence, which I was like, really like happy about, because it's kind of like, okay, like, sis was not playing. She was just like, I like how she was very straightforward, and she was like, how long was y'all together? She was like, okay, let me assess this problem, let me assess and see how I feel and what I want to do, which I appreciate, because some girls, they're not even doing that. They're like, oh, I'm gonna get this dick, I'm gonna do this. Like, a lot of girls they don't really care. So I like that she was like, you know what, let me step back, let me address the situation. And I really appreciated that for her character. Speaking of other people dating, Molly dating an Asian dude. What was his name? Andrew. Okay, so I was very shocked to see Molly dating Andrew, because, Molly had this whole thing about dating outside her race. She's very picky. Like, I feel like I relate to Issa and Molly in a lot of situations. So to see Molly like stepping out of her comfort zone and, being, vulnerable, I was really shocked to see this. But when he made it knowledgeable that he was dating other people, Molly definitely overreacted. I don't care what nobody say. Like, let me know in the comments down below. Do you think Molly overreacted? I definitely think she overreacted. And if you don't want the answers to something, even if you thought it was a joke, if you don't want the answer, like, if you don't want the truth, then don't ask, okay? I'm that person, like, I'm a bait. Like, she really baited that. She really wanted to see what the real answer was, and it wasn't the answer that she got, and, like, she was salty. And I've been there. We've all been there. But you can't, like, act like that. Like, Molly, get it together in private. Deal with your emotions. But she literally, like, just curbed this man, which I hate. Like, Molly is such a negative Nancy sometimes, and it really blows me. And I just feel like Molly she needs to grow up, because she doesn't talk about her feelings, and she blew him off the entire party and was like, you know what, go home, I'm gonna stay back. Like, she really, like, threw the whole day off and threw him off. And if you do something like that to me, or if you do that something like that to other people, you can expect people to, like, basically what I'm saying is, you can't expect people to be like, oh yeah, to be okay with you going off on him and then y'all moving on to the next thing. Like, that's not how life works. So the party, the whole party scene, I just cringed the whole time. Like, I was just like, Issa, why are you so cringy? She's so cringy sometimes that it's unbearable to watch. And even though Issa is an awkward Black girl, sometimes I just want her to be a little less cringy. Like, this is a business, you're trying to do something great for the community. I want you to be more confident. Like, I want Issa to grow in confidence just a tad bit. Keep her awkward, but just grow in confidence, because sometimes it's a little unbearable to watch. One thing that threw me off was definitely the brother. Okay, like, look, this is my career. That I'm trying to go somewhere. Why would you play My Neck, My Back by Kaya? I don't care what this wretched freaking resident has to say. I'm not, like, her brother really blew me, and I feel like it was just so unnecessary. Very unnecessary. Also, Kelly sometimes gets on my nerves, like the whole alcohol situation and the sugar daddy thing. Like, I want something different for her character. I feel like she's silly, which is a kind of like comic relief, but sometimes I feel like, I don't know, sometimes I just be like, like, Kelly interactions is very childish to me. I want it to go a little different. Like, I like her, I think she's funny, but I need growth. I need growth from her. You know how that one gif of, what is that? Growth. I need some growth from her. So the whole party scene basically is revolved around Molly and Issa's like this little like riffraff. So basically, Molly found out that Condola was dating Lawrence, and Issa was basically like, yeah, she didn't tell her, but she was just like, like, I'm okay with it. I'm going to figure it out. Me and Condola are friends, and Lawrence is my ex, and I'm moving on. So she was like, like, your life don't have to be this messy. Like, I feel like you like that shit, blah, blah. Out of line, sis. Out of motherfucking line. The comment was uncalled for. Molly needs to know when and where and how she says things to Issa, because right now it looks like that Molly is very jealous of Issa because Issa is on a come up and she's used to being the bad bitch friend, that she doesn't want Issa to be the bad bitch either, which is very unfortunate. I feel like we all maybe have encountered a friend like this who seems like y'all are best friends, but we only best friends if you're doing better than me type of thing, which is really sad. And I feel like Molly is so messy because Issa is really trying to be a grown woman out here. She's trying to grow. I'm sure that finding out that your new friend, because you can tell that Issa really likes Condola, and to find out that your newest friend that you really like, she's helping you with your business. This is like a different type of relationship between her and Molly. And you can see that the relationship is blossoming. And to find out that she's basically fucking your ex of 5 years, I'm sure that's hard on Issa. Like, that's going to be hard for anybody. But the fact that she was like, I'm going to think about putting this aside to grow this new friendship shows so much maturity and growth that I was like, damn, like, that's some boss woman shit. Like, I don't know if I could do it, but I was so happy for Issa for doing it, because that really shows growth and that you're over your ex. But Molly just wanted to be miserable because she's so miserable with her dating life. And I feel like she's jealous of Issa as a friend because Issa's on the come up. And I can say I understand Molly in the situation. Like, I feel like she's jealous because she doesn't want Issa to have new friends. And I'm the type of person that's like, if you're my friend, if you're my best friend, I don't want you to have that many other friends or best friends, more other best friends than me. So I definitely get it, but we're all grown. We got to let our friends fly. We can't hog our friends. So it was just really uncalled for, and it was messy. And I feel like at this moment, Issa really realized, like, damn, like, you kind of shady. And I didn't really realize it before, but I'm realizing it now. So I'm just going to, keep 6 feet away from you. She like, you know what, Molly, you got corona. I don't really want that right now. So I'm going to keep my distance. And then for her to backdoor and to text Andrew and be like, oh, like, here's my feelings on the table. I'm sorry. I really liked you. That shows growth for Molly. But how you gonna do that? But then, like, be beefed up with your friend. Like, these bitches don't have the same energy that they have for these niggas for their friends. Like, she could have been like, look, I was some type of way because da 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 da. But with Andrew, you're like, oh, these are my feelings, da 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 da. Like, I just feel like Molly needs to keep that same energy and focus on her own life, getting that together, then coming for Issa's. I think in this season, we're definitely going to see, like, Issa's growth in her career and, creating new friendships. And I think that we're going to see all the characters grow into their own adulting phase and, like, really lay out where their life is going to be. And it's going to be very, very interesting, because I feel like being in this stage kind of my life too is going to, like, give me insight of, like, what to expect and, what to do with my friends. And it's really interesting. Like, I'm really excited for season 4. I love Insecure so much. So I'm just really excited. Let me know in the comment section below, what was your favorite part of the episode? I think my favorite part of the episode was definitely when Issa really was like, you know what? I'm going to consider being friends with this girl because I'm over, like, I'm moving on from Lawrence and I like her. Like, I feel like that was a real grown-up moment that I was just so surprised. I was like, wow, that's just amazing. And I'm really proud of Issa. And let me know in the comments down below, what do you think we should be looking forward to in the season? What do you think is going to happen? Just get those fingers going in the comments. I love to talk, so I'm excited to see what you guys think. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try to keep this coming every week. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Posse out. Bye.